A pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. Tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics playing against the Chicago Bulls. And for the Bulls, finally we get to stop talking about this team and actually get to see them in action. Feels like it's been a long offseason. Hey, Shaq, let's talk about Pau Gasol. One of the most versatile 7-footers you can find. What makes him so good?
Ernie.
We are live from Boston for an Eastern Conference contest with the Celtics, bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg with the fourth member of our team, Doris Burke. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. D. Rose and Jimmy Butler, the backcourt. Inside at the 4 and 5 are Gasol and Noah, and it's LeBron in at the small forward. And the Celtics with possession here. Thomas kicks to Olynyk. Feeds to Bradley. Olynyk sets a screen for Bradley. He dishes it to Pierce. Shot clock at 6. Outside Thomas. Shot from 16. No good off the back of the rim.
Joakim Noah, last season's Defensive Player of the Year. And for the Bulls, it really seemed like their defense and their offense evolved around Noah.
And he gets the bucket. Here's Thomas. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Now the dish to Bradley. Back to Thomas. The three. Can't get it to go. Chicago with the ball. The drive by James. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. On defense, Chicago. 4-point game. Thomas with the ball. And Rose picks him up defensively. Sullinger is screen on Rose. Here's Bradley. Here's Sullinger. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And the offense just getting right to the rim, but at least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layups. Earn it from the line.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Jared Sullinger will be at the line shooting 2.
First one falls for him.
Well, Jared Sullinger slipped in the 2012 draft over concerns about his back. He ended up missing the latter half of that rookie season when he had to have back surgery. Despite his health issues, when he's been on the court, he's shown a lot of promise.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. And Sullinger with a ground-bound game. Even before his back troubles, his game is based on strength and skill.
Yeah, no question. He's got that wide frame, able to carve out space inside. You know, he's a good rebounder. He's got a soft touch. Boston really tried to help him become a three-point shooter as well last year, so he's slowly expanding his game.
Here is Thomas after Pau Gasol's bucket. And there's the rejection. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
Celtics ball. 13 seconds on the shot clock. 13.
Bradley sets the pick for Pierce. Outside Thomas. 6 to shoot. There's the triple.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
I caught up with Coach Tom Thibodeau. He talked about how they match up with a player like Paul Pierce, saying, you know, he's one of those guys who really does it all at a high level. Defend, score, you name it. I think defensively, we may look to double some and force other players to make shots. He's one of the greats. You enjoy the challenge of playing against him and just hope you can have enough to win. Guys, we'll see who carries the day.
All right, Doris. And the action on hold as it appears there's been an injury. Yep, he's definitely in a bad way out there right now. Tough to see.
Yeah, Clark, that did not look good. Let's keep our fingers crossed that it's nothing too serious.
Boy, you can't help but feel for him. I mean, one moment you're doing what you do best, and the next, the situation's really out of your hands. I really hope he's okay.
There have been so many questions for the Boston Celtics the past 2 seasons. Who is going? Who's going to stay? Who should they build around? Tough to win with that.
Yeah, you've got those kind of questions rolling around. It's hard to find your direction and stay on course.
Smart with the ball, and Rose picks him up defensively. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
Marcus Smart, a big physical power guard out of Oklahoma State. 6'4", 225, maybe a bit of a tweener, but he's a natural leader. Plays the game with a lot of passion and competitiveness.
For Boston, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. First free throw is good. You know, you talk about Marcus Smart's passionate nature. Of course, there was that incident last season.
Yeah, he confronted a fan in the stands in a game against Texas A&M, I think it was. He got heckled. Texas Tech?
It was Texas Tech,
Yeah, it
yes.
was Texas Tech. But he's a high-character kid, and I think that was just an emotional aberration that he learned from and will be better for it going forward.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Well, analytics are here to stay, and Marcus Smart is one of the higher-rated prospects when you look at the analytics. He's got a high rate of steals and rebounds, which is always something that typically translates well to the pro game. Both of those things reflect his competitive spirit. It's obvious this young man goes at it full throttle when he's on the court.
McDermott's checked in for the Bulls. A minute 42 left in the first quarter. Boozer a screen on Turner. Turner with the steal. One-on-one fast break.
Oh, how about that basketball, man? Wow. And that almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
And especially the fact that it ties the game, Clark. The lead was about to be stretched out, and instead, we're right back to even.
Now here's Gibson, right wing. McDermott passes to Gibson. Shot clock at 6. Shoots from 14, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Gibson's got his first bucket of the night. And Smart with great size and athleticism for the point guard position. 6'3", 6'9" wingspan. He looks big and plays even bigger.
I think he's an old-school combo guard. I mean, he's got point guard skills and leadership ability. He can penetrate, he can finish. But I think he's just a guard that you'll win with because he does not only the things you highlight and measure, but he also does the intangibles too.
Here's Rose after Jeff Green's bucket. Right side, Butler. Here's McDermott. Rebounded by Smart. For Boston, they've gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Passes to Green. 19 seconds left to play here in the first. Right side, Green. Passes shot, good. Pass has got his first points in this one.
Sharp pass to give his teammate the high percentage shot in close.
Rose, that's good.
Man, a gaping hole in the defense that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
Here's Smart. Shot no good. Tie game in Boston. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter.
Well, the history of college coaches switching over to the NBA is pretty daunting, but Brad Stevens and the Celtics can't worry about those who came before him. He's just got to be himself, and he was well regarded in Boston. Despite the fact that they went through a rebuilding process last year, he did a really good job.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. D. Rose and Jimmy Butler, the backcourt. LeBron James is out there at Mirotic, and it's Noah in at the 5, roaming the paint. And Coach Stevens enjoying great success in his 5 seasons as coach of the Butler Bulldogs.
Yeah, had a terrific, historic run. 2 consecutive trips to the NCAA title game. 2010 and 11, I had the privilege to be courtside calling
Sure
those
did.
games. A 25-game win streak, one of the brightest minds in the game, and with the 60. Oh, get it! Oh, watch out now. Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
Man, I like that. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in, but I say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going.
James dishes to Rose. Good, and the assist goes to James. And it's 6 points for Derrick Rose.
You know, that's one way he can finish, but not the only way. He's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve.
And the foul on Derrick Rose. That is his first foul of the game. Olynyk, he's checked in for Green.
Checking in for your Celtics, Kelly Olynyk.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Bradley, no one around him. Pins the shot with nobody near him.
Another good pass, and their offensive execution has been impressive, to say the least.
The last 4 field goals have been assisted. Yeah, passing has kept the defense off balance, but to get assists, you got to make the shots.
Jared Sullinger last season unleashed as a scorer with Boston embarking on their rebuilding project. He got more opportunities in the paint. He started to fire away from deep. His shooting percentages weren't great, but I thought it was an excellent season for Sullinger, exploring his game and trying to expand it.
Pierce kicks to Bradley. Outside Turner. Bradley drives in. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Bradley's got 4 points now in the quarter. Here's LeBron. The shot is off, and it's Boston the other way. Up top, Sullinger. He's covered by Rose. There's the feed to Olynyk. Pierce with a wide open look. Second shot opportunity, and that is good. And the Celtics lead by 3.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound, and once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in. The defense needs to play tight on him, and that's exactly what they did to force that miss. Well done.
Olynyk sets a screen for Bradley. Off the pick. Chicago grabs the miss.
Couldn't convert, but nice little 2-man game there.
And it wouldn't surprise me to see them go back to that the next trip.
They get it again. Noah, and terrific work on the offensive glass when he picks up 2.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, getting the ball into the post should be their first option every time down. Force the defense to adapt and adjust.
LeBron James on the wing. Turner covering. That's good.
And he's shaking off a poor first quarter shooting effort. He's really starting to turn it on now, guys.
And it's Pierce in the corner. Fires from the wing. And that one's good. Pierce has got 4 points now in the quarter. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, 5 times already the lead has changed.
Boston making some changes. Brandon Bass is checked in for Jared Sullinger. Wallace comes in for Pierce. And Smart subbed in for Turner. Chicago also making some changes. Pau Gasol is checked in for Noah. Gibson comes in for Mirotic. And McDermott subbed in for LeBron.
You know, often you can learn more about a team when they are unhealthy versus when they're at full strength. And last year I thought the Bulls showed they are not and have never been a one-man show. It's all about everybody contributing for them.
Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D, I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
Smart passes to Olynyk. He kicks it to Smart. He feeds it to Wallace. 6 on the shot clock. Smart with the ball. Working on Rose. Nice shot by Smart.
As you said with the Bulls, there was a tendency to think that they were just Derrick Rose and 4 others, but top to bottom, this team has guys that can play.
Celtics making a switch here. Green's checked in. For Chicago, they've gone 7 for 10 here in the second quarter. They'd like to keep up that nice pace, and that is good. 12 points for Derrick Rose.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
Wallace against Gibson, and he gets the bucket.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
No, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
And here's Rose outside. A second chance effort, and Gasol lays it in. Gasol's got 6.
Did you see the defense get caught standing around that time, giving up an easy second chance bucket?
Simply need more of an effort on the boards there, Steve.
Second quarter ends in a tight one. Bulls lead by 4. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing